everybody.
Pan sear, pan sauce,
Flour. I need pans, I need tongs, I need fat, I need chicken stock, I need white wine. Right there. So, chicken stock. Now let's talk about clarified butter. Anybody tell me what is in butter? All the ingredients in unsalted butter are milk fats. Correct. What else? Milk solids. What else?
sugars.
There's no sugar. There's salt and salted butter. We don't own salted butter here. All of our butter's unsalted. How about water? There's water in butter. You know what I did? I clarified this butter already. If you look real closely, this is the butter you get on popcorn, I hope. Or you eat lobster with. It's clarified. There's no milk solids in it. The milk solids are on the bottom. And guess what happened to the water? It did evaporate. I cooked it on the stove. It got bubble, 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 then the bubbles get really little, the water's gone. So, I'm going to be cooking with, I kind of like a combination, because we need fat when we do these cooking methods. I'm going to do like a pan sear, then I'm going to do like a lighter saute. I like to use clarified butter, it's my favorite. And I'm going to use a little bit of oil. Anybody know why I want to use both? Smoke point. It's not on the board. Smoke point in this. Maybe 425 degrees. That's pretty hot. So if you guys are doing your demo, I see a lot of kids have problems with this heat on the pan thing. If your oil is smoking, you're using oil, and this smoke point is 425 or 450, and your pan is smoking, what do you think you're doing? Overheating the pan, maybe? So, regulating the pan is something that you guys are going to have to get used to. I see most of the problems I see with any students, whether it be a practical or whether we're cooking in there, is regulating the heat of the pan. So I'm going to use this for, say this is 450 smoke point, 440, whatever. Clarified butter, I don't know, 340, 325, a lot less smoke point. If you're burning this, you probably should have used this. I'm going to use both of them together, so my smoke point is somewhere between this one and this one. So I'm going to regulate my heat accordingly. I might even use this for one of these dishes. Let me just show you something real quick. Let me try to get some of these milk solids out here. They're kind of stuck at the bottom. Okay, so we don't want to cook with milk solids because they're going to burn. I'm going to show you what happens when you cook milk solids. They're going to burn. So, this is my chicken stock. We made it right here. It's beautiful. Now, you're going to hear me say something you're never going to hear on anything else. What does it say over there? It says, maximize flavors. I want you to think about maximize flavors right now. That's the only thing that I'm thinking of right now in my head. Maximize flavors. So, here's the thing you're going to hear me say, only this time. If you don't make a mess, you're doing it wrong. You're going to make a mess. I'm going to show you the mess. Here's the mess. I got some there. There's some over there. There's some up here. There's some over there. But you're not going to season a piece of chicken like that. Right? I mean, that's going to be salty. So I want to maximize natural flavors. That's all I want you to think of when you're seasoning a piece of meat. And to do it properly, I'm going to be way up here like this. I want a nice dispersion of salt, okay? And if you're not making a mess, you're doing it wrong. Every time I say that word, don't make a mess. Unless you're salting something and making it maximizing flavors, don't make a mess on purpose. Only that one. So, I'm going to pan sear these. These I'm going to dredge in flour. I might do a couple in egg batter and do a light saute. Obviously, these pieces of chicken are smaller, flatter. Not thick, not nowhere near as thick as these. I'm going to keep that in consideration when I'm seasoning these. Those aren't going to get as much salt as those. I want to maximize each of them the same. But I don't want them to be salty. So maximize natural flavors is all I'm thinking of right now. So, like I said, I'm way up here. And I'm making a mess on purpose. I have to. It's our job to make the food in here taste good. Now, do you guys want your chicken or your sauce to look like this? So we don't cook with milk solids. See that? They just burn. So clarified butter is good, oil is good. Still, you have to, this pan is probably 450 degrees. But as a demonstration, if you're cooking milk solids, which is in the bottom of this pot right here, it's gonna burn. It's gonna look like this. Your sauce and your chicken's gonna look like this. And if you're doing your practical and your sauce and your chicken look like this, probably not gonna get a 3. I'm thinking you're probably not. So don't do that. So I'm gonna get one pan, maybe 2 pans. Let me get those going because I like to preheat my pans. And I wanna pay attention when I'm preheating my pans. I only want them a certain heat. Why am I preheating my pan? Well, there's this old saying. Hot pan, cold oil or fat equals no stick. So I don't want my product to stick. Also, I don't want my product to stick. So also, like I said, you have to regulate the heat in your pan. So let's get some fat in here. I'm gonna be careful, like I said, I just want this clarified butter, I want nothing else. I got a pretty good hot pan. I'm gonna use 2 different oils, so my smoke point is a little bit higher than just butter. It's a little bit lower than just oil. Just clarified, a little bit of fat. My pan's a little bit heated up. I got my chickens all seasoned.
Chef, do you want another pair of tongs?
Sure. I'm gonna season these on the other side as well. I was counting on that. Remember, if you're not making a mess, you're doing it wrong. I want you way up here. Maximize natural flavors. It's the only thing I want you to think of. I'm not going to season these right now because I'm going to do this demo second. And I have 2 pans going because I think my pans are good. I want to try it. Pan size matters. So if I'm cooking 1 piece of chicken in this size pan, the heat in the pan is going to get hotter faster. Does that make sense? If I have 3 of these in this pan, well, it's going to take a while for that heat to get up there, and I don't want to overcrowd my pan. So I would go 2 in this pan. 3 would really be pushing it. If I'm looking for color, I'm looking for the proper heat at the proper amount of time. This pan is probably a little bit too small for 3 of these. 1, I can get by with 1 and pay attention, but your pan's going to get hot quicker. Okay? So, presentation side. Right here where the skin was. Presentation side, down first. That's the presentation, meaning that's the side that's going to be up on the plate when we serve it to our customers. Again, presentation side down first. And right now I'm just going to concentrate on the heat in my pan. When am I going to, I'm going to regulate the temperature. That's why we have knobs down here, so they don't have to be full bore. Sometimes when I'm cooking in the restaurant, I might have like 5 or 6 or 7 different dishes going. It's like, oh, I better move that real quick. It's okay to move it off the burner too, but I prefer, you just kind of regulate your pan. I'm kind of just visually watching what my pan is doing at all times. As you can see, I have maybe a tiny bit of extra fat in here. It's not really going to hurt anything besides we don't like to waste things here. I could have used a little bit of less fat in each of these pans. You don't need quite so much to saute. FYI. But everything's looking pretty good. I want to get a nice sear on there. You look over on the board over here, it says Carmelization right here. I'm kind of looking for Carmelization right now. Carmelization is color. Caramelization equals flavor. Caramelization is going to give us a certain texture that we're looking for. Also, caramelization is going to give me fond, which is also on that board over there. Fond is going to be on the bottom of the pan. We want nice brown bits on the bottom of our pan because fond is French for foundation. Foundation of what? It's going to be the foundation of my sauce. That's what the foundation is. So you're going to hear me say, like, if you look at this right here, my pan nor my piece of chicken has what I'm looking for right now. I still like what I see heat-wise. I'm going to just take a quick peek. And you notice, I don't really want to move this chicken around because moisture gets in my pan as I do. I want to be careful just to check and kind of give me a little sneak peek. What am I looking at right here? Not quite enough color is what I'm looking at. I'm getting there. And if I get the caramelization I'm looking for on the bottom of my chicken, which I'm getting kind of close on this one as you see, I'm gonna have the right amount of fond caramelization on the bottom of the pan. That's gonna be the foundation of my sauce. I'm looking for that too. So I'm watching my pan, the heat looks pretty good. Definitely the more your chicken gets cooked, the hotter the pan is gonna get. The more the chicken is cooked, the hotter the pan. And I have, you can see the pan size, it's pretty good, it's pretty relaxed, it's not overloaded with product, so I'm not gonna lose a bunch of heat and moisture is not gonna come out of my chicken. I really wanna get it seared and keep the juices in the chicken, so it's nice and moist. And I have my towel right here. I like my towel on my left-hand side because I'm right-handed. So if I had to grab this, and I'm really liking what I see right here in the bottom of the pan right here. See all that brown right there? I like that. I'm gonna give that another sec. This one's looking like it's pretty good. I have beautiful color on this piece right here. See that? And I have the same amount on the bottom of my pan. If your heat is too high, we talked about heat. If your heat is too high, you're gonna burn the fond. If you burn the fond, what am I gonna do with my sauce? I'm in big trouble. I won't have a sauce. I won't have the flavor on the bottom of the pan to create the sauce I'm looking for. So please, seriously, when you get to your practical, pay attention to your pan and your heat in your pan. If you're like, whoa, that looks pretty hot and it's starting to smoke, you're probably too hot. And if I ruin this, I could just grab another pan, maybe throw some fat in it and start over. Because once your fond is burnt, the pan is no good to me at that point. Like I said, the pans are getting a little bit hotter. My fat still looks pretty good. The bottom of my pan looks good. You don't really want to move your proteins around like I said. You want to kind of just let them do their thing. Don't keep moving them like I may have been doing just to show you the demo for it. And a lot of this comes from experience. You know, I've sauteed a lot of pieces of chicken. I know a lot of you haven't. But I think you'll get there. It does take a little bit of practice to not like keep continually moving your product. I think I like what I see there. My fond on the bottom is looking nice. This is so close right here. I'm really looking good there as well. While those are going to finish, I'm going to season these. I'm going to make a mess. I'm way up here and disperse it. I'm going to be a little more careful. This chicken is a lot smaller. I'm really just thinking maximize flavors right now. Not salty. I'm going to flip those. So there's a lot less chicken products here than those other pieces. So you just use salt, no pepper. There's pepper in this mix, but pepper doesn't maximize natural flavor. Salt does. That was a good question. I had a little bit of pepper in here, only because pepper tastes good and people like it. But it isn't necessary to bring out natural flavors because it doesn't bring out any natural flavors. So I need to do half these favorite parsnip. That one's got raw chicken on it. So I'm gonna move this so I can talk a little bit. So this is what I got. See all this beautiful brown bits on the bottom? F-O-N-D, the top one on the left over here, fond. What is the fond for? Sauce. It's a foundation for my sauce. It's French, fond, sauce. So, one thing I don't make sauce with is fat. Dunk it in the garbage, I don't. It's a dry pan right here. So, I want to get that fond out of there. Right now I'm just gonna be like a really simple little dish. Shallots. Extremely popular and common in a fine dining restaurant. All of the sauces are going to have minced shallot in there because it adds a lot of flavor to the sauce. They're not very hardy, meaning they're going to melt in here. Like your mama's not even going to know they're in there. It's like, ooh, you got shallots in there? I hate onions. It's like, you won't even know they're going to be in there. I got garlic. Maybe I'll just add a little bit of garlic. Like I said, I still got this dry pan. There's really no fat in that pan, maybe a breath, but if you have fat in your sauce, well, you're going to see it. Fat rises to the top. You're going to say, "Oh, look at all that fat that's on the top of my sauce." Yeah. Though I like butter, but it's not going to be appealing. So I have, and they don't take long to sweat. So now is it deglaze? Is that over on the board? Deglaze. So I'm going to take some white wine. Deglaze, all deglaze means is all that brown bits that I have on the bottom of my pan I want it off the bottom of the pan. It's the foundation for my sauce. I want it in my sauce. I don't want it on my pan, I want it in my sauce. Look at the color I already have here on this wine. All that, most of that, it'll all come up and pick off there. And I really love the aluminum pans here for searing and getting a pan sauce and for creating fond. Why? Great question. Because aluminum is porous. Doesn't look like there's holes in it. Aluminum is porous compared to stainless steel. That's not very porous. It's not going to absorb much. This right here, it's got a little bit of porous in there, so it will help create fond. I can still create fond in a stainless steel pan. It may burn a little bit easier. This pan might, stainless pan might get a little bit hotter, a little bit faster. So I'm reducing this sauce right here, this wine, and right here I have this beautiful chicken stock that we made as a team. We fabricated the chickens. I'm gonna give me quite a bit. So a good stock. Why is it so important? Because we're doing a reduction. I'm not thickening that with anything else but reduction. I'm going to reduce it, it's going to thicken on its own. Hence why we need a good stock. They thicken on their own. It's called collagen. Bones have collagen. Did anybody see the veal stock that we made by chance when it was cold? It looked like Jell-O. That's how thick it was when it cooled. Okay? So our sauces, that's why we make chicken stock, we make veal stock for sauces, as opposed to, I got chicken stock, let's put it in the soup. Well, it's a lot of work to make chicken stock just to make soup to sell it for $1.50 out there. So we basically make all these stocks just for the sauces, so when the customers come in, they get a really nice sauce. Okay? So, let's do another little sauce here, same kind. And then somebody can throw this chicken in the oven for me. Excellent. I got the one oven on. This is just an extra pan. Got a little bit of juice in here, but I let it sit a little bit long. And here, fond, right? I'm gonna do the same sauce, I guess, because on your practical, if you just did this right here, all I did was shallot. I think I'll leave the garlic out of this one. I got shallot, wine, and shallots melt. You don't really have to cook them though. Once you bring this to a simmer, and I got that pretty much full bore. I'm reducing it. I'm not burning it. Not on my Timberlands. Just got these Timberlands. They're new. I didn't really want to get them dirty. Not today, I didn't. Anyway.
Hey, chef, you made a mess.
Again, not on purpose though. The only mess you're going to make on purpose is that mess. Seasoning, right? And I'm going to hit it with a little bit of heavy cream, just for... Heavy cream is nice because it's going to give this more body. Also, I don't need a lot. Maybe a tablespoon or so, tablespoon and a half. Maybe 2, but that's, you're pushing it. And I'm just going to reduce these. What else does heavy cream do? Heavy cream gives our customers, today it's going to be us, because we're eating. It's going to give us a mouthfeel that's pleasant. People like fat. They don't want to tell you they like it, but they're going to eat that and say, wow, that's silky, that's smooth, it's going to have body, and it's going to have a fatty mouthfeel, like you're eating a cream soup, that has dairy in there. People enjoy that. So that's why I'm going to do those two that way. Now, let's do another cooking method.
That one is the...
And by the way, I don't like these pans over here. When I'm over here cooking, do you really think I want to grab this over here to go over here?
No.
I really don't. I want to go from here over to there. We're gonna be busy enough over here. I don't need to reach around the other side. And when we get cooking, these aren't here. These are on the other side. I need this all open for ease of cooking. You want to go ahead and get that real quick? Sure. I'll just talk or something. We'll talk about. So I would say this sauce here is It's a pan sauce, and up on top it says reduction. We've already talked about mise en place. I have all my mise en place right here. Everything I need to make this happen, up to the point of cooking, is done. Mise en place isn't just that stuff. I still need clean pans, I need tongs, I need my stock, I need my fat, I need a sheet tray, which I had to ask for because I didn't get myself an extra one. So I didn't have all my mise en place. I was missing a whole tray. 2 of them actually. Thank you. So, I think I'm going to do a light saute out of a couple of these. And like I said, I like to make sure your burner's going. Don't just turn around because I might be building up gas. So sometimes I'll just go. It's going. Perfect. I'm paying attention to that pan because it's not going to take long to heat up. And if I get that pan too hot, then I'm going to have to pull it off to the side, grab another pan and start over. Because my fat's probably going to burn. And for this right here, I'm going to use just clarified butter. Why? Great question. I'm glad you asked. Fat is our friend, first of all. I want you to think of it as such. Fat is our friend. Butter is our best friend. Because it's my favorite fat. It tastes the best. So therefore, it has to be my favorite one. I think my pan's hot enough. I'm going to try to get by with just the clarified butter. I'm being careful. Nothing else is going in there but clarified butter. Great. I'm going to keep a couple of these. I've already seasoned with salt and pepper. You might see, oh, that piece of chicken there. Got a little damage. You might see some people like, I'm going to give them a little tiny bit more butter. Those sauces are doing great. They're getting thicker. They are ready. Taste good. Maybe just a breath of salt. So that was basically just shallot, wine, stock, cream. That's it. Reduce until it's the right thickness. I'm looking for nappe. Nappe is a French term. That means to coat the back of a spoon. So if I had a wooden spoon right here, and I went like this, and I can see the line I just drew with my finger, that would be nappe. N-A-P-P-E-S-A-P-E. I'm not going to try to get that much color on these. This is going to be a totally different kind of style of cooking. I'm just doing like a light saute. And the flour is, I'm going to pull that one off. It's getting kind of close. What do you think the flour is doing to my chicken?
Browning a little bit more.
I'm going to get some color on the flour, so it's going to give me a little bit different texture. It might give me a little bit different flavor. Also, the flour on this chicken is actually going to help me. Okay. It's actually kind of making a roux. That's why roux is on there. So what does roux do? Thickens? It's our thickener, right?
Yeah.
It's our natural, it's fat and flour. Hopefully butter and flour.
So then you don't
Butter's my friend. Butter's our friend. So yeah. So I'm going to get a nice light saute on that, and then I'm going to do these other ones in a little different style. What else is on that bad boy thing? Contemporary sauce. I would say, I guess I could consider this a contemporary sauce. Contemporary is like a nouveau or something new, not a classic sauce. It's a pan reduction. I'm not thickening it with roux, so I would consider it more of a contemporary sauce. It's just a plain old reduction. And I think I have nice golden brown. I just got a little tiny bit of color on this chicken, as you guys can see. It's going to give me a little bit different texture, a little bit different flavor. And it may help me thicken that sauce up a little bit. I'm going to do more of a classic sauce on this one here that you guys aren't going to do for your practical. You're going to be doing it this year. I'm not looking for like a ton of like caramelization on the bottom of this pan. That would be the pan sear. So I'm going to rely on basically something else to give me flavor in this pan besides my fond, which I'm going to use lemon, I'm going to use some caper, and some salt and pepper. What's going to be that?
Capers are berries that come from the Mediterranean region, but they're not berries that are very sweet.
and they get pickled in a brine.
Yeah, they are a berry. And we have non-periol. I believe that's just a French term that means like the best of the best or something. I think that's what that word means. I've never seen it on anything but a caper, but.
Don't they have like little cabinets going on right now?
So I'm gonna remove this chicken.
Those little snow caps.
Couple scissor platters. So my fat's getting dumped. Again, we don't make sauces out of fat. So this one's gonna get, I don't really have very many shallots, that's okay. I've got a tiny bit, I use those. I'm gonna do a little bit of caper. I'm still gonna do white wine. So we reduce, there's a couple reasons why we reduce. Besides, I want a particular thickness. Just for a bit. Besides, I want a particular thickness on this sauce. I want it to be nappe, so it's not too thin, as in runny, like it is. Ow. Timberlands. Could have made another mess. That pan was hot. See how loose this is? Like, I'm not gonna dump that on somebody's chicken. It's like, looks like water. It's not thick. But we reduce for a couple reasons. I have wine in here, and hopefully lemon with no seeds. And when we're over here and I'm cooking and we have a bunch of people coming in, somebody's gonna squeeze a bunch of lemons for me, so I don't have to do it on the line. I'll have myself a little squirt bottle over here, and it's gonna be lemon in there. I'm not gonna be doing this, I hope, but I'm gonna do it today because really I'm just doing this one dish. So I'm just gonna catch the seeds in my hand, I hope. So we reduce, I was talking about reduction. We reduce this mixture right here for a couple reasons. Two most important reasons why we reduce is concentrate flavor. We want a nice concentrated flavor. Also, when you reduce acid, it lowers the amount of acid. So we're gonna lower acid and maximize flavor. So that's what reduction does. So that's what we're gonna do here. So I have wine, I have lemon juice, stock, and then reduce. And I'm gonna finish this one a little bit different, a classic. I'm gonna do a classic presentation that's almost what someone would consider a beurre blanc. What does beurre blanc mean in French, anybody? No?
White butter.
Huh?
White butter.
White butter.
White butter.
Beurre blanc. Blanc is white, beurre is butter. Somebody got it? Nice. So I'm reducing that one there. I'm just gonna hit that with just a little, try to maximize those flavors right there, that lemon juice, the wine, the stock. I'm gonna reduce that, and I'm gonna finish that one more classic style, like I said, a beurre blanc. And I'm gonna actually Monte au beurre, if you see that third one down, Monte au beurre is directly related to beurre blanc, white butter. Basically all Monte au beurre means, it literally translates to mount with butter. Okay, I can do that. Remember, butter's our friend. I'm gonna mount that sauce with butter. I'm gonna show you that technique, and as soon as I get to a certain thickness. All right. What do you guys think? Reduction. Nappe? I don't know, let's see. Yep. That's what I'm looking for right there. Could it be a tiny bit thicker? I'd really be pushing it if I wanted that thicker. Can I get that chicken out of the oven? I'm sure it's cooked. I love that sauce, that's perfect. I just reduced it until I got there. Sometimes I'm busy over here and I go a little bit too far and I go, oh, that's way too thick. It's like, looks like gravy. I reduced it so much, so I just add a little chicken stock and kind of start over with my reduction. It can be fixed, it's not a big deal. The other one is kind of catching up. I kind of had it off the heat, but see how, that's pretty loose right there. I'm not gonna put that on somebody's piece of chicken. So we're gonna keep going with that one. Meanwhile, I'm gonna get another pan going. And I'm gonna do another like saute that you guys aren't gonna do. I'm gonna preheat my pan again. I'm gonna dredge in flour, shake off all my excess. So the flour does give your piece totally different texture, obviously. Maybe a tiny bit more flavor. It might protect the outside of it a little bit more. Makes it drier. Also, will help your sauce thicken on its own because you're essentially any kind of fat, whether it be oil or butter or both. My sauce is getting really close right here. So I do this a lot in the dining room. This is also going to give it a much different texture, but I'm going to do an egg batter. So it was flour, seasoning first. I know you see somebody on TV and they're like, they got their flour and they put all these spices in your flour, salt, pepper, and garlic, and this and that. It's like, if they want to do that, I just say, Timberland, go ahead. Not this guy. Because I don't guess. I'm not going to guess maximize flavor. They're going to get this right here and they're going to go, okay, that's good. That's guessing in my book. I don't know what that chicken's going to taste like because I put a little bit of salt in there. So if you want to season your flour, go ahead. Season your chicken first so you know you're maximizing the flavor in your chicken, okay? You're not, see what I mean about over-reduction? What happens when you're worried about your shoes? Where's that chicken?
It's over on the floor.
Great. Can you put it in this right here? Right there? Thank you. So, unfortunately, I have too many pieces of chicken for this one pan. Like I said, don't overload pans. That's about as much color as I'm looking for, but this gives this chicken. I do it a lot. Customers like it. I like it. I could probably turn that down a little bit right now because my pan's getting a little bit hot. My butter's not burned. See my butter in there? But it will burn. Okay. I think I'm just going to add these all to this because the consistency looks perfect. And I got all the fond is off the bottom of the pan. And we'll just shut that off for a second. And look at the nice color of the sauce that we have here. How do you think I got that color? Well, it was on the bottom of the pan, that's how, and it ended up in the sauce. Hence, foundation. So I'm just gonna dump that on here, and we're gonna have our way with this chicken here shortly.